Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 map preview video. I started working on my German map Sommerfeld. And yeah, the name means something like summer field, so very easy the name. And I like the sound of it, and I like the idea of fields in the summer. Yeah, it will be a simple map, and I already prepared parts of it in FS22 before the release. And yeah, some of that what I prepared I could bring into FS25 rather fast, and as you can see, I worked on the map boundaries, what is outside the map. And maybe you remember from before the release, and that worked to bring this from FS22 to FS25. That went rather easy, like I hoped, and I'm really happy about this, because it took me 1 or 2 weeks to do this surroundings, and I thought I rather work on the outside because it could be easy to bring it into the new game, and it really worked. And the things inside the map are harder to convert, so you have to start from scratch more or less. And yeah, so that worked, which is good. And with the inside of the map, I'm much more at the beginning than I was in my preparation for FS22, which is normal. So I started with a completely flat terrain, and I brought the height map into this flat terrain, and then I had to adjust it, and I'm still not finished. There are some areas that need much more adjustment from the height aspect. Here, for example, I can't leave it like that. And so I have to work on this quite thoroughly. And yeah, as you can see here, it has, I think, around 34 fields or such. And so not so many, but enough. And it's a full standard sized map, but from the feeling it's more like a small map, and it's a simple map, or it will be a simple map, and it will take quite a while for me to finish it, because I have to work on a lot of buildings to finish this. And the farm buildings, they are already finished, but not yet imported. And there is a German farm buildings pack that is waiting for the mod-hub test, and I will use those buildings for the farms. There are 2 farms here, the main farm and there the secondary farm. And then I have a bunch of village buildings that I already built from my never finished map Wunzig, but I have to convert them for FS25. And I want to build a new farmers market, or rather several farmers markets, one in American style and 1 or 2 in German style. And those walk-in farmers market where you can see when you sold something, you can see it popping up in the market itself. And I want to make it nicer than the existing farmers market from Riverbend Springs. A bit similar to my very, very small selling station, this selling hut, that is also waiting at mod-hub for the test, but in a large scale. And yeah, that will take weeks, or rather months, to build those at least 2 different buildings, maybe 3. And I think it will be a very nice mod. And that will be located here, I guess. And then I want to make a marketplace, a typical European market with market stalls, and also with this mechanism that you can see what is sold, but also already decorated. And I want to have different stalls, one for vegetables, one for bread and stuff, one for dairy products, one for soups, so all different kinds of products in different stalls. That we have a bunch of maybe 5 or 6 different stalls, and I think on this map I will make it with a single selling station combined, that there are not 5 selling stations in the center of the village, but in the mod there will be this combined market stall area, but also market stalls with individual selling stations. I guess that could be a nice mod as well. And I have to build shops for the central road, which will be here, and at least 3 or 4 shops that are decorated individually, and they work as selling stations as well. So you will have quite a bunch of selling stations inside this village area. And there will be productions as well. Here I want to bring the big hotel. And maybe if I find the time, I want to make a water mill that is located somewhere at the river. Yeah, and some barns. I won't build my own barns, but I will transform the barns from giants. And just those buildings will take months. And the building of the map itself also takes quite a lot of time. Yeah, so sadly we are very far from done with this map. But I'm looking forward to, and I'm planning on playing on this map myself. So I build it with my play style in mind, that I have fun to play on it, and I think then it will be nice to play for a lot of players as well. Not for everyone, which is normal, because the play styles are so different in Farming Simulator, but this is for people who like to have an easygoing, cozy, rather simple map where they have enough place to build stuff themselves, to enlarge the farm and enlarge the possibilities. That is my idea for this map. Yeah, and I will keep you posted. And before I end this video, I want to tell you a secret. So first, I save this, and then I show you the secret. So the secret is already loading. This Sommerfeld map will be my main priority map-wise in the next month, because German maps are missing. And therefore, I think it's important that I work on a German map. And I already have an American map, the 4 fields. However, it's loading and loading, so I can talk a lot while it's loading. Already in the first week of FS25, when we first had the new Giants editor, I started working on an American map, a cozy American map. And I thought I'd just use it to get to know the new functions of the new Giants editor and yeah, to have something very nice to work on when I'm tired of the hard work of all the mods I'm converting from FS22, because sometimes it's quite a lot of hard work to do this, and I needed something that I think it's just pure fun and where I can learn the new stuff. And therefore, I started working on this American map. And I thought, when I first started, I thought, oh, this map background from Riverbend Springs is nice. I just take it. And yeah, this map is meant to be even easier than the Sommerfeld map, especially work-wise. So I will take the village buildings maybe from Silver Run Forest or from Riverbend Springs, but I won't build them myself. And most of the production buildings and such I will take from the base game. That makes it really easy. And for the farm or the farms, I will take buildings from my upcoming American Farm Buildings pack. And that will take buildings from my forefield, and then I add a new farmhouse and a new self-made big barn and things like that. But half of it is already there, and the other half I will build, and other than that, I take buildings that are ready made. And as you can see, it has a variety of irregular fields, and smaller and medium size and rather big, but not too big. Maybe we could just, let's see, here the fields are already defined. I learned how to define fields with this testing map. It started as a testing map for me, but I always thought I would like to bring this out as a nice, relaxed map, an American map. So we have this field toolkit, which is really nice and awesome. It's such a nice addition to the Giants editor, and I'm really thankful about it. And now we have to wait a little bit, and then we can see all the sizes of the field. But you can already see that they are not as big as the forefield fields. But I already have one map with very big fields, and therefore I thought I don't need to have very big fields. Just, yeah, here this has nearly 8 hectares. There's another one with 8 hectares. And so, is this a big field, 8 hectares? Oh, maybe it's a medium to big field. So, now, go away. Okay, very good. Yeah, and I think I could finish this map faster than the other one, but I will see. I will see how it works. And then we have another new feature that we already had in FS22 in the end, but I'm just discovering it, so I was testing it with this map, the procedural placement. And this is awesome for placing forests, for example, but also for placing meadows. But as you can see, I haven't yet used it for meadows yet. I just tried it for forests, and I made it that the inside of the forest is with trees that you can harvest with a harvester. And here, all those plants, you can define very sophisticated which plants you want placed where. And we already had a similar script from a modder, Kevin K, in the former FarmSim versions that I like to use a lot. But this here is better. It's more complicated, but it's better. The result looks better and you have more possibilities. Here you can mix the terrain, so you can say, okay, here in the forest you have forest ground, but ever so often a little bit of those rocks shining through. And yeah, so a mixed terrain that makes it look very natural, and I really like this. And at the edge of the forests, I let this script place some of the leaf trees. I can't pronounce this deciduous trees, therefore I just say leaf trees. And yeah, that it doesn't look so toothpick-like. And yeah, next thing I will learn how to do the meadows, maybe different types of meadows. And here I tried with a place that, yeah, I like those places where you have buildings, not with just one texture because that looks so artificial, but more one main texture and then some scattered stuff and some plants growing here and there. And so we can do quite a lot of different things with this procedural placement thingy. And when I'm using it again, I will make videos about this, and then you can see the magic. Maybe I can just show you how this mask looks. Here we have this mask that I painted. I want forest here and there and there. And then there is a script that I adjusted. So I took a ready-made script by Giants and changed it a little bit that it worked how I want it to work. It's forest borders, and this is for the leaf trees. So the script just makes a border around all the forest that I designed, and it makes it so that it's smoothing out. So in the beginning it's strong white and then it gets less. And for this area I can define a different texture than for the normal forest, and I can define different trees and such. And I think when I master this tool, then it's really like magic. And apart from all the building stuff, it can fasten the map building incredibly. I hope so. And or make it more easy to make beautiful maps. And both is good, I think, when it's fast and beautiful. But there are still a lot of things that you have to do without this script. So it's not an automatic map builder, but it helps. Yeah. Oh, and there is something where I would love to have your opinion about this map. I wanted to call it Oakwood Farm because I like oak as a tree, and I like oak in a map name, and therefore I thought Oakwood Farm sounds good. I liked it. And that was at the beginning of Farming Simulator 25. So in November still. And so far I like this name. And then the Cormston Farm has been renamed to Oak Bridge Farm. And now I'm thinking maybe Oakwood Farm is too similar to Oak Bridge Farm. And now I wonder what to do. I still have time to rename the map, therefore I ask you now. So one possibility that I have in my mind would be I just call it Oakwood. I think that's different enough from Oak Bridge Farm. But on the other hand, I like the name farm in a map name. But maybe just Oakwood. It would be easy to remember, easy to pronounce. So that's one idea. The other would be to call it Pinewood Farm, because I have quite a lot of pines in those forests. If I call it something with oakwood, I would place more oaks, especially around the farm. So that wouldn't be a thing. But right now I have quite a lot of pines. I have those normal pines and those expensive pines, lodgepole pines. And yeah, so it would make sense to call it Pinewood Farm. But for me, it's a little bit hard to say this Pinewood. And yeah, I don't know whether I like this name as much as something with oak. So that means I'm open for your suggestions. Either you can tell me, okay, just keep it Oakwood Farm, or maybe this or that, or maybe you have different ideas. And it should be something that is not a real life name, so nothing like New York or so. And that makes it hard to find a name. And yeah, when it's more very basic, like I guess something with oak and wood exists in reality, but it's not a typical name. It's hard for me to tell you what I mean. So like Saskatchewan or Seattle, that would be real names and they are specific. But Oakwood is not specific. And so if you type it into Google, it shouldn't be like millions of search results for this specific things, and then you would never find my map. Maybe some 10 search results for scattered different things, like with Oakwood, would be okay, is no problem. Yeah, that makes the name searching for a map not so easy. And that is why I'm asking you, because it's not something, and it shouldn't be an already existing map name for Farming Simulator, obviously, because that would be worse. Okay. So, yeah, and tell me what you think about my little secret map. And okay, now it's no more secret, but my German audience doesn't know about it. I think I will keep this for my English channel for a while, and because to not confuse the German audience. But it's no more secret, obviously. Okay. If you want to buy FS25 or a DLC, feel free to use my code OMATANA. You'll find the link for the PC version in the video description. It doesn't cost you anything extra and supports me a lot. Now I wish you a wonderful day, thank you for watching and all the best till next time. Tschüss!